Hi, everyone. My name's MJ, and this is going to be the first episode I'm ever going to be doing of a movie review. And the first film that I'm going to be doing today is One Battle After Another. So, One Battle After Another is a film by Paul Thomas Anderson, and it's starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Tiana Taylor, Chase Infinity, Regina Hall. You have Benicio del Toro. You got a lot of A class actors and newcomer actors, and everything. So with this film, I was I wasn't really hearing about it that much until maybe I would say like a couple weeks away from the film. And then I started seeing some rave reviews and everything like that, just seeing like, okay, yeah, a lot of people are actually liking it. And oh yeah, and then Sean Penn I heard was in it too, and I like Sean Penn in Bad Boys. It's one of his early films, and I love Leo as well. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Aviator. I mean, you got The Revenant. So many other films with Leo and everything. Inception as well. But with this film, with Paul Thomas Anderson has made a lot of different films. I mean, like he has his like like porno magnum opus with Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day Lewis, one of my all time favorite actors ever. And I love that film so much. Licorice Pizza, like as of recent, the past 5 years, and then Magnolia as well. And so with this film, I was going into it with the expectation that I'm not gonna get a like a crazy like super standout performance or anything like that. Going into just like, oh my gosh, I going into the aspect with like an Oscar like level thing, happening in this film. And so when I went into it, I was actually very surprised. This movie was I left the theater just saying what a movie to my father. And like it's an exercise in tension and pacing and just keeps going. It doesn't take a breath. Like it's very much I feel like a lot of people in the beginning they're not going to get too much of it right away, but as the film starts rolling on into the second act, the pace starts to pick up and the message is very clear of what all of the characters' motivations are, what they're doing, why they're there, and everything. And it just becomes very clear, and you're in, you're engaged, you're locked in for the ride, and it's fun because there is drama, there's a lot of tension that is behind it, but there's also levity within all the tension too. There's like funny moments, there's comedy in there too, and it makes it for like an engaging experience, even in a movie theater experiences. I was in a packed theater tonight, and it was one of my favorite experiences. As like it was an all adult movie, like a theater, like full like just full of adults. There's no children, and so everybody's very respectful. It's not like you had a kid just yelling out or whatever, anything like that. And so it made it for an organic movie experience to where everybody's laughing at the jokes that were in the film, but just the different nuances that happen. I love Benicio del Toro's character. I felt that he was a good, I wouldn't say comic relief, he just had lines that came over funny. But you could take his lines as a very serious thing. And there's some lines that he does say that do carry out and you could take with you outside of the film, and they're amazing. I love it. Leo, God, okay, Leo did great. Leo did like he usually does, but I feel like in this film he was playing a disheveled father, role that like was an ex-revolutionary. That's just the basis of the synopsis. I'm not trying to go too far into spoiler territory, but to help his daughter in this kind of like daddy daughter espionage thriller slash just keep like it just keeps going like. And Sean Penn, Oh my gosh, Sean Penn, like he is insane in this film as a villain, uh, playing that role to the T and just showing like all these different sides of like how dark or whatever the motives and everything in that part of the film is and everything. And so Tiana Taylor, really solid in the beginning of this film. She's amazing, plays a great role. She's very solid. Her performance is just very, just like boom. It's like really like just she's a screen grab, you know, and so she just demands a lot of attention when she's on screen, and it's really good. And then who else? Regina Hall. Regina Hall was really good as a supporting cast character in the film, and she's always been a great actress, and she does a really good job in like being an addition to the cast here, as well as just like there's so many different little nuances in the film that just add to the overall experience. It's just like not even with the main cast, but just like everything that's going on around them, just how all the pieces start moving around and how it becomes so chaotic and there's just so much happening, but it feels like not too much is happening. If you can understand what I'm saying there, there's just it's going at 110 miles per hour and you're just going on for the ride, but it doesn't feel too overwhelming. You're right there with Leo and understanding, like, oh, this is going on. You know, he's having to go from this place to this place, and this is happening, you know. And the same on other scenes where you're going from Sean Penn, or you're going to Chase Infinity, or you're going to, you know, any other character and seeing what's happening to them. And it's paced very well. And for a 2 hour and 46 minute film, that was a quick almost 3 hours. It just felt so fast. Like I was like, it's already over, like that. And I feel like with this type of film, it's one of these films that, I mean, in the world we are today, where it is very political right now, where there's a lot of different things being talked about and everything, but this is mostly about it's a far left revolutionary side of things that are going on with camps, with immigration, all this stuff being mentioned, and then on the other side with Sean Penn's side of the military and all this different things going on where it's mentioned of like white nationalists, ICE attacks, raids, and all that stuff. You know, that's all prevalent in the film. And I think what he's doing with that is just showing that this is just a look at kind of like how just the world is right now, but like what can happen in a situation like this. Also, it's based off not based off a novel, but I think it was like um taken from inspiration off of like the novel from, I forgot the author, but it's like Vineland, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, I think that's what I was reading up about and everything. Just trying to do a little bit more research on the project itself. But overall, I feel like Leo did a really great performance. Same with Chase Infinity; she was amazing in it too. Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn. I mean, if he gets, he should definitely be nominated for like supporting actor or something. I mean, he played a really great villain in this film. Leo did a really great job as Bob, um, for like being this type of father figure that, you know, I won't go into spoiler territory, but it's just more of like how he played this role in discovering the type of character that he is in his arc and everything. And Benicio is a really great side character in the film too. I just enjoyed a lot of that, and those lines that were said in the film just really do carry over. And so, yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all I have to say about the film. It was just really well executed on all fronts of comedy, drama, action was well paced too, and what was it? I mean, like I said, like if you go to see this, it's gonna take a second for you to jump on board, but give it time. Once you get into Act Two, oh my gosh, like you're just going on for the ride because the score too. I'll mention that last. Score was excellent. It had some good tracks in there, but also there's just a constant piano tone that you're just gonna hear throughout long sequences. And I felt like it just kept the tension going and going and going and just elevated that, and it was just wonderful. I loved it because I just kept being on my seat, just sitting up more, just like trying to figure out like, okay, what is gonna happen next. I'm like genuinely engaged and into seeing like what is gonna happen and everything. And so with like even with that tension building and the pacing and everything being well, they managed to also have a really like well set up ending too. Like I'm not saying a good or bad ending. I'm just saying it sets up very well for a great third act. And that's all I'll say at least about the ending of the film. Not gonna have too much thoughts about that, but overall, I feel like this is a wonderful film. You should definitely go see it. It's one of the best films of this year. Um, as far as other films go, that's the end of the review for this film. I still got other movies that I'm going to be going to see for the rest of this year. So, went on Wednesday, which would be probably my second review. I'm going to be doing Tron Ares. So, Tron Ares is going to be out, and I will do a review for that. I did love Tron Legacy. So I'm going to see how Jared Leto does with this. I have already listened to the Nine Inch Nail soundtrack for Tron Ares, and I actually think it's very good. You should definitely go listen to that. Aside from that, I will be checking out the Smashing Machine from Benny Safdie with The Rock playing as Mark Kerr. So that is another film that I'm going to be reviewing down the line and posting here. Also, what I will link down below in my video is my Letterboxd review of this movie as well for One Battle After Another. I feel like you should definitely check that out. I'm going to be completely updating every single movie that I go see, either in theaters or at home here. And I will just continue to just put that down, organize my thoughts, and share with y'all that. In video format here on YouTube, I'm just going to be yapping a lot longer about that and see if any of y'all are interested in just hearing me talk about movies, because I love talking about movies. I could talk about it all day. And I'm fresh out. So, yeah, was it shout out to Hawk. He told me to just, you're fresh, just do that, because it's, I'm already thinking about the movie. I can't stop thinking about it. So just to get my thoughts out, it helps, and everything. So this is my first video doing movie reviews. I appreciate you all for just watching. If you watch the first minute, hey, I appreciate that. Either way, you don't have to even watch to the end. But I appreciate every single one of you that just watched this video, watched this review, and this is going to be the first of many because I feel very confident about this and very passionate about this. I'm going to be doing this maybe for music down the line. I love a lot of music and everything too, so might be doing that as well. But this is the start, okay? So anyways, I'll continue to try to do this as much as I can, and I'll catch you on the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow all my socials and all the socials of all my friends under our Beacons link, which I will link down below as well. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. Bye, guys.